Today I'm going to be discussing with you guys the rarest Hummer H2s that you could potentially purchase today. This video is set up from least difficult to track down to most difficult, and I have categorized the vehicles in that category. I am making this video as of September 2025 for future reference. When it comes to production numbers of these vehicles that I'm going to be discussing with you, no one knows. Example, like let's say they were going to make 500 of XYZ. Typically, manufacturers do not hit that number. So if we go with a number like 500, it's probably going to be like 421 or 375. It could be even lower. So when you're researching these Hummer H2s, for example, I've read they're going to be making like 800 limited edition Pacific Blue Hummer H2s. Well, the number was probably something like maybe 400, 500. It could be less than that. It wouldn't surprise me. Something else. Now, I have no proof of this, but I'm pretty confident in this statement that the sport utility trucks are typically going to be harder to find than the SUV variant. This is an SUV variant. These sport utility trucks, if you're new to this, they're cut off in the rear. That section is completely missing. It has a truck bed in the rear. Again, these sport utility trucks typically are harder to find. Okay, I want to quickly discuss pricing. This is going to be a debatable topic of how much of a premium should you pay on these rare vehicles. It's a debatable subject. Let's talk about it. Here's an example. There's a Hummer H2 with 140,000 miles. This is a real life example. It's a Pacific Blue 2006 sport utility truck with 140,000 miles. There's two people that have them for sale. One person wants $17,500. Another person wants $35,000, literally double the price. Here's the deal, guys. You buy one of these vehicles, you're gonna have to do a lot of work on it. Transmission, rust, restoring power to the engine, seal water leaks. So cleaning it, upgrading bulbs, it's a significant project. So I'm not trying to push anyone away, but understand that if you're purchasing one of these rare Hummer H2s or a Hummer H2 that's more common, you're gonna have to do it the same amount of work. So when it comes to charging a premium on these vehicles, understand that there's probably a couple hundred of them out there. Do you really need to pay $20,000 more for a Hummer H2? No. In all likelihood, guys, probably $500, maybe $1,000, maybe a few $1,000s more for some of the rarer ones that I'm going to be discussing. But spending another, in this example, $20,000 on a vehicle that has almost 150,000 miles on it, that's insane. So when it comes to premiums, very, very slight premium, guys. Again, that's my opinion. Everyone's going to have a different opinion on that. Some people are going to say, hey, yeah, I'm going to charge $10,000 more, and I'm not going to sell it unless somebody, that's fine. Somebody might come along and spend the 10 grand extra. So again, and going on, continuing this conversation, I know I'm really discussing this pricing a lot, but it's a very important conversation, is that what I have noticed over the years is that it's very common for a dealer to purchase a Hummer H2, and as a trade-in, they get all excited. Wow, I've got this Hummer H2. I'm going to sell it and make so much money. And they put massive premiums on these vehicles. And I'm pretty confident when it comes to some of these limited edition runs that there are dealerships out there, they get these vehicles as trade-ins and they're like, I am going to just jack the price up on these vehicles. And the vehicles sit. Nobody buys them. They sit for months, if not years. So, in this example, that dealership charging $35,000, that's insane. Again, it's probably a dealer who got the H2 as a trade-in. They found out or read an article online about how it was a rare Hummer H2, and they've just blown the price out of proportion. So if you are searching for one of these H2s, understand that there is a real good chance that the dealer or individual selling it is putting probably an overkill on the premium of the vehicle. Last comment when it comes to pricing, I did see an 06 Fusion Orange sport utility truck. It sold for approximately 50 grand. It had 60,000 miles on it on Bring a Trailer. It was in incredible condition. So there you go, low mileage Hummer H2, premium condition, sold for 50 grand. Okay, we're almost there, guys. All right, stick with me. My list, it's not 100% perfect. I don't claim to be an expert, but I have spent a significant amount of time over the years, hundreds of hours of researching these vehicles. And this is what I would say to you guys when it comes to rare Hummer H2s. Starting at the bottom, there were 4 limited edition Hummer H2s with carbon fiber on the interior. Those were in 2006 and 2007. These are the SUV variants. They are 2006 Fusion Orange. They are the 2006 Pacific Blue, 2007 Glacier Blue, and 2007 Victory Red. Those SUVs, they're relatively easy to track down. I quite often see them for sale online. Another limited edition vehicle is the 2005 Victory Red. So they actually had Victory Red in both those years. The main difference is going to be the carbon fiber on the interior and the steps. The 2007 have a different step, where the 2005 have the tubular step like you see on my Hummer H2 in front of us right now. I often do see the 2006, again, this is all the first category, the 2006 Fusion Orange Sport Utility Truck. There's typically a few of them for sale at any given time. They seem to be pretty easy to track down. Now, moving on to the next category, this Hummer H2, I felt it actually could have been part of the first one or part of the next one, so I've just put it in between. It's the 2008 Ultra Marine. It's like a bluish purple Hummer H2 sport utility truck. And tell you guys, I typically don't look at 2008 or 2009 Hummer H2s that much. If I'm correct, this 2008 Ultra Marine, it was only in 2008. It's a beautiful vehicle. I've actually seen some videos online, and the color of the vehicle actually changes based on the sunlight. It's really, really good looking vehicle. Okay, moving on to, now we're kind of cranking up the notch a little bit. It's the 2006 Pacific Blue sport utility truck. Now, I've been actually looking for one of these guys, and where I'm at in life, I'm not going to buy it. I've contemplated, I've come very close to pulling the trigger, but with that being said, I searched all over the United States. I found about 4 for sale. Actually, it was about 3 for sale. One of them was that one going for $35,000, which was insane. Actually, so that makes it 2 for sale. Yeah, so, and they were rough around the edges, guys. It would take a lot of work and it would take a lot of time. So they are out there. Typically, those Pacific Blue Hummer H2s, they come up for sale on Edmunds, Autolist, Auto Trader, or whatever. Maybe once or twice a year. Now, I'm basing those comments off of the time. I actually used to look at Hummer H2s almost every night, guys. I just see what's going on in the market, see what's being listed for sale. And I still do to this day. What I'll do is I'll look at it for a couple months at a time. I'll take a break and I'll come back to it, a month or two later. So I could be missing a few Hummer H2s that have come up and gone for sale. But again, for the time that I've put in looking for Hummer H2s, typically those Pacific Blues only come up for sale a couple times per year. Another one, again, this is the same category, so we are in the third category now, is the 2007 yellow H2 SUV and sport utility truck. There's actually none for sale, guys, right now. I actually found one on Craigslist. It was a 2007 Hummer H2 with, I think it had like 70,000 miles on it for $21,000. It was an absolute incredible buy. But again, like, I'm on top of things. That's a buy. That's a great purchase. 2007, a yellow, low miles, garage kept. I mean, the vehicle was in perfect mint condition, guys. It was like it just came off the showroom floor. So those yellow 07s, and again, I've mentioned this in the past, I've always loved the yellow H2. It's my favorite H2, specifically the SUV version. This is my favorite. This is my dream truck. I own it. I drive it. I love it. This is an 05. If I had to do it again, with everything that I know now, I would have purchased a 2007 with a moonroof. I don't have a moonroof on mine. Not the biggest deal, but I've always wanted one of these with a moonroof. So just something to keep in mind. Okay, we're moving into the next category of difficulty. In 2009, they were making the Hummer H2s, the SUVs, with captain chairs in the rear of the vehicle. So you've got the chair here, you got the chair there, and this center part, it's not there. It's beautiful. So they made those in black and Sedona. So the black would be the black seats. The Sedona is, it's kind of like that cinnamon color that you see on some vehicles. So I think I've seen them for sale, guys, or vehicle 2009 with those options. I think I've only seen it one time. The 2007 Glacier Blue sport utility truck. Now you can see I actually have the carbon fiber right here. And this is the real carbon fiber, guys. All right. There are some knockoffs out there, so you got to watch out for that. But the 2007 Glacier Blue sport utility truck, maybe once a year, guys, they come up for sale. I remember, I think it was last year, there was a beautiful one that came for sale. It actually had the Glacier Blue tire carrier on it. It was one of the prettiest vehicles I've ever seen in my entire life. Absolutely incredible. Another challenging vehicle to track down is the 2007 Victory Red sport utility truck. Again, I've seen maybe one per year, guys. It's a beautiful vehicle. Maybe once per year that'll come for sale. There was one for sale in Montana, and again, it's one of these things, guys, right? I've come close to pulling the trigger on the second Hummer H2. It becomes addicting once you get to the first one. And it had 190,000 miles on it, and I think it sold for $18,000. So when you go to Carfax, My Car Value, they will give you a good value on how much you should be paying for these vehicles. The 2008/2009 Silver Ice sport utility truck with Sedona interior. Interesting enough, I actually saw this for sale one time. I think it sold within 4 days. It sold within a week. I came pretty close to buying that one too, guys, and you know, the adult in me kind of controlled the child in me. You know, making adult decisions, it's not fun sometimes. But that being said, guys, that was one of the prettiest vehicles I've ever seen in my entire life. That silver ice paint with the Sedona interior, absolutely incredible. This is an interesting one. I actually believe one of the subscribers on this channel has one of these vehicles. It's the 2009 black chrome SUV limited edition. From what I've read on Wikipedia, I guess there were 6 of these made. They were given to like GM bosses or something. And the vehicle, it's kind of like an orange, kind of like a dark orange. It's a beautiful vehicle. Bluetooth is in that vehicle. There's electronic powered steering wheel or adjuster. I believe it's got a heated steering wheel as well. So there's six people who own those vehicles. I guess technically you could reach out to them and potentially purchase it from them, but how do you put a price on that? Again, it's one of those questions. If the vehicle has, let's say, 150,000 miles on it, you know, I don't know. It's one of those questions where there's only 6 of them. How much do you put a premium on that? Okay. All right, guys, that's that category. The final category for rarity when it comes to Hummer H2, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 categories so far. This is the fifth category, and truth be told, this vehicle, it might not even exist. It's that rare. The photos that I came across were from 2007. The vehicle, or the photos were released as a concept vehicle. The concept vehicle had a 2008/2009 interior. It's called the Safari Hummer H2. And let me tell you, boys and girls, if you've never seen this vehicle before, or pictures of this vehicle, does it exist? I don't know. I read a rumor online, you know, from like a forum post from like 2013 or something, 12, where someone was like, it might have been at a Detroit car show. So what it is, it's a safari themed Hummer H2, special steering wheel, special seats. It's got the 2008 interior, but it's all, you know, African safari themed. Absolutely incredible. It's got a 2-inch lift. The roof is actually a soft top roof on this vehicle, so it doesn't have the crossbars. It has a retractable roof so that literally you can stand outside the vehicle. You know, imagine being inside the vehicle, guys, and just, you know, none of this is up here. It's all gone. It was all a retractable roof. And, you know, absolutely incredible. So if anybody knows that it exists, please let me know. I'd love to hear about it, but I've never seen, outside the concept photos, I've never seen any. Actually, that's some more carbon fiber. That's the real stuff. I got that too. I forgot about that. You know, nobody knows if it exists or not, guys. So those are your categories, guys. If you guys do have any of these Hummer H2s, I'd love to hear about it. It's very cool. Congrats if you do. So I can't wait to see you guys on the road.